Architecture, designing a building, like how the structure should be like.
I only know like architecture is about buildings and designing.
And how you position things to make it aesthetically pleasing. That is my idea, but probably this workshop can change my idea. I don't know.
You could call it a crash course in architecture, or really a playground of wild ideas. In a nutshell, Design My Place is a workshop by young architects for school students. It runs them through a compact 3-day design process which inspires them to reimagine their neighborhood.
If you set your mind to it, you will see it and you will find it. Okay? And ideas are like that. If we open ourselves up to ideas, we will find it.
It all starts with exploring the neighborhood. The students fan out to 5 sites to listen, observe, and interview people in the community to take the pulse of the place. The data that they have gathered on the ground is pinned up to form a matrix of information, fresh off the streets.
Sewing Centre is this quite laid-back place compared to like other shopping centres these days.
She comes to the temple 3 days a week. Yeah, she drives down. She thinks the place has a special meaning to her.
And he's not happy about the en bloc, which will take place next year, February to March.
But according to her, now there are more police, so not so bad. And then we also asked these other women for.
Okay, SWOT. Okay, can anyone tell me what is one of the strengths of the
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. The students rapidly analyze the site using this planning framework.
Okay. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to come up with the most number of strengths for your area. Ready, go!
Ugly, stress, that good.
But you say it's genius.
Just pick 5 of the ideas that you think you like and you feel good about. Yeah? Recognize that feeling and vote for it.
And what we're going to do to the walkway is that we're going to hang the temple kind of publicity things. I mean, it could be the red lantern or the...
We're thinking of having a multi-story kind of building, so we can have a lot of other entertainment.
Ask yourself, what you as a student, what kind of space you want, and develop along that line.
Are those great ideas? Yeah.
After the initial analysis, the students return to site to investigate further. It's then back to studio to get their creative juices flowing.
We, just sketch whatever we observed, then we came up with this kind of, drawings. Yeah.
Before I did this, I didn't really go and notice that road is like so inconvenient. And now it was like, that road really sucks.
There are 2 problems actually mainly. One is the accessibility of the temple. It's quite out of way.
Maybe you propose that the canal is changed into something.
It really looks quite ulu there.
Very ugly.
Which one?
Yeah, the last part.
It's basically in the center of the whole area, the housing estate. So we see the potential of it being a kind of, how we put it, community center, like where people can come and congregate.
What we're doing is we're trying to create certain landmarks and walkways that can link to the temple. Most of the ideas, they actually came up to sky gardens, which are on the bridges.
Y'all have moved very, very fast, also in the design. design, even taking into the whole consideration of the canal, which I really like how you incorporate the canal even to the other side, the Coronation, which I think will create possibilities of you all collaborating with people from the Coronation side.
The students have brainstormed a master plan that will unite all their projects. Based on that plan, they now have to rapidly flesh out their ideas.
Okay, so we need drawings and models, okay? Guys?
Can we take a distance of
Drawings and models.
We just only make the leg, then we just put it until it fits. Then we just take it out.
So you drop down like right. So this road, okay, overhead wait. This road is here. No. Here. Below here to here. No. The width of the. Yeah.
I think it's great. I think lots of ideas and fantastic effort. All in 1 hour. Fantastic.
So what we want to do is that these 3 buildings will actually somewhat be the gem of the whole community itself.
So we are thinking of actually carrying and putting glass box down there so that installations can be set up.
The point of our temple is to be a bit accessible but yet hidden. So there's a sense of discovery when people reach our temple.
The tunnel will be 2 types. One is under the water and one is under the ground. So you can see through it's like an aquarium.
We will need to document the overall and then to choose 1 or 2 aspects to elaborate. That will form our final presentation to the powers beyond.
The workshop culminates in a presentation to a panel of architects, academics, urban planners and community leaders.
We wanted to use the canal and put life into the canal.
To attract residents to Wharton Estate, we propose connecting it to the area surrounding it with this kind of jogging and cycling tracks.
We'll take this Adam Food Center as a headquarters and like the mothership, and then all these little octagons, these little stores as these little babies.
If you look at the model, it's actually after the extreme makeover. What it will look like? Look, the garden and extra facilities.
You know, we live in a very highly monetized world. Someone will say, that's a beautiful plot of land. On block the temple.
I think another aspect that is quite interesting is the way you do the intervention. It's very sensitive.
It's a different approach. That one's quiet and sensitive. You guys are the fun bunch and we embrace that attitude.
Extensions, connections and wild interventions. By the end, the students have generated hundreds of ideas, 5 proposals and 1 fresh new master plan for the whole neighbourhood. All this happens within 3 days of intense creativity. Architecture in my mind was lines, drawings, very boring, tedious work. So I thought it would be quite boring course. But then in the end, come here, it's like, whoa, such a different side of architecture and everything. So like I really learned a lot and got a lot more interested in architecture.
The atmosphere is really good, I would say. Like fun but not like unrestricted.
It's very tiring, but somehow it's fun that you don't really fulfilling. I think we have learned a lot. Okay. Yeah.